What is up, everyone? Hey, let me turn chat on this screen. There we go. Guys, I don't know if you can see me in the darkness, but it has been a while. I hope your time, you probably didn't have time away, but I hope your last week was amazing. Guys, I was at Wild West Hacking Fest. I attended for the very first time, and it was so much fun. If you've never been to Wild West Hacking Fest, at least in Deadwood, South Dakota, I can't speak for Mile High, but in Deadwood, South Dakota, you have to make plans to go. It's sort of like DEF CON, but without the lines. You don't have to wait in lines for any talks. The only thing you wait in lines for is a lunch, and they freaking serve you lunch every single day as part of the ticket. It was amazing, hanging out with everyone there, attending Wild West Hacking Fest. But I am back. We're back to the grind. This is like the Mondayest of Tuesdays I've ever gone through. I'm just trying to get back into gear, back into the grind. But yeah, I was at Wild West Hacking Fest all of last week. Got back on Saturday, late afternoon, early evening. And then yesterday was Native American Day here in South Dakota. So my kids headed off from school. So I also took it off so I could hang out with them. But now we're back to the grind. Back to knocking out our goals, back to working our jobs, back to whatever you are doing. And it's really good to have you taking the time to hang out with me. I've actually began my day about an hour ago. I had a meeting to jump into for some contract work on the teaching side of things. So did that right away this morning after I dropped my kids off at school. And yeah, it's as dark as all the new shows on Netflix in there. That's correct. I like it dark. Plus, it's a very rainy day today where I live here in South Dakota. Like, it's been raining most of the night. I think it's raining right now, or else it's really cloudy. So it's just dark. It's one of those days where you just want to freaking sleep. But we can't do that. We got goals. We got things to accomplish. Plus, guys, today, you got 7 inches of snow. Dude, you're lucky. I love snow. That's crazy, though. Today, I am kicking off an internal network pen test, an Active Directory pen test. It is, I believe, an 8-day engagement. So the plan is to kick that off today, but I do have some open items specifically that I'm waiting on for the client with some access and scope clarification before I kick that off. But hopefully they get back to me this morning. I sent a follow-up email already this morning. So hopefully they get back to me this morning so I can begin that internal pen test engagement. Oh, anyways, I'll be doing that today, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Friday, there will not be any live stream because on Friday, I am attending, well, unless I can figure out a way to live stream without sharing the audio, which there's going to be too much going on. I won't be able to do it. But on Friday, blur your keys. No, I'm not too concerned. Y'all can, if you guys want to watch me type and you want to try to guess what I'm typing based on keys, I'll be impressed. Go ahead and go for it. Anyways, on Friday, I'm attending the Ethical Hacking Bootcamp by TCM, not as a student, but as an instructor. So if you haven't heard, one of the many things I'll be doing in order to pay my bills is contract work for various organizations. And one of the things I'll be doing for contract work is teaching. So I'll be teaching a lot of the instructor-led training for TCM. So this isn't stuff on their academy. Like, I won't be on their academy. But their live training that they do through Educate 360, that instructor-led training, I'll be doing a lot of those kinds of things. And so for the next 3 Fridays, I'm attending it to see how they do it. And on the 4th Friday, November 7th, I'll be leading it. And then as far as I can see, based on the contract they sent me, if you go through any of the TCM's like Active Directory training, Ethical Hacking Bootcamp, or web app training for 2026, I'll be your instructor unless they add a few more class things. But based on the contract they sent me, I'm literally doing all of the training for those things. So if you attend their bootcamp stuff in 2026, I will be your instructor for that. It'll be fun to hang out. I get no kickback that I know of if you sign up. Maybe I should see if I can find an affiliate link. So then if you sign up, I at least get something out of it. But I'll be your instructor in 2026 for most of that training, as well as in December. I think I'm teaching a 4-week web app class in December or something along those lines. So anyways, just multiple streams of income, trying to make this thing happen. But for the next few Fridays, I will not be streaming because I'll be doing that. But today, tomorrow, and Thursday, I'll be streaming during the day. I'm hoping to stream at night sometime this week, but I have no guarantees, guys. I'm getting caught up from being gone last week and kicking off this pen test. I have a feeling I'll be working most evenings, just making sure things are going smoothly and going well. And I don't want to give. I'm already crazy busy, and if I keep adding it to it, I will eventually burn myself out. So I need to be careful about that. So if anyone wants Tyler's AD course, go join the training. Yeah. I mean, it's not my AD course. I didn't make the material. Of course, it's all TCM content. I'm just the one that's going to be teaching through it, which will be a lot of fun. But okay, guys, I got a lot to do. I'm sure you have a lot to do as well. So we're going to hit play in the timer. I will say, for those of you new, oh, man. Any sickness? I do have a cold. I'll try not to sniffle into the microphone too often. What certs do you think I should get to become a red team or a pen tester? You should get the OSCP and potentially the PNPT. Can you mention your attack pathway if you do manage to get initial access, Prevesc and DA? No. There could be a lot of answers to that, and I'll be real with you. I'm freaking tired, and I don't really feel like talking that much. Maybe I'll wake up as we go. Anyways, guys, for those of you new, this is a work with me or study with me stream. Yeah, dude, at least I'm honest, right, Noob Sabat? You got to ask me like in an hour when I have like some caffeine hit my system. I'm really freaking tired, guys. But we're going to keep pushing through. So if you are new here during this work with me, study with me streams, we work in 45-minute intervals. So we'll work and focus for 45 minutes, and then we'll take a 5-minute break and rinse and repeat throughout the workday. I had a few meetings throughout this week, but I canceled almost all of them so that I can focus on this pen test. I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience, but even if a meeting's only like, let's say the meeting's only 30 minutes long. Well, for me to do the meeting, you're looking at an hour, right? I have to prep for the meeting. I have to attend the meeting. And then after the meeting, you all know this, it takes a while to get back into like the mindset you had before and to focus. And I really hate being pulled away from pen testing. Like, I really like to focus on what I'm working on and not be pulled in multiple different directions. So I canceled almost all the meetings I had this week so I can focus on this engagement once I get access. So I'll be streaming for most of it since I don't have meetings. I will answer this question, Hoi Manoi, because it's a good question. Do you get nervous for pen tests now that it's your own company? I always get nervous. I mean, I got nervous when it wasn't my own company. Yeah, pen tests are complex. There's always so many things that could go wrong or so many different complexities that you need to consider. Did you have to get insurance? Yes. This is an important thing that I've seen talked about on LinkedIn a little bit as well. Please do not do any solo pen testing unless you have insurance. So for me and Kairasek, I have, I'm going to mess up these names of it. One is, I think it's general liability insurance. Second is professional liability insurance. That's like errors and omissions, kind of a standard for any service work. And I have like full cyber insurance. Just like if a company got ransomware or a data breach, if I got ransomware or a data breach, I also have cyber insurance. So those are the three main insurance you want if you're doing pen test work is professional, general, and cyber. I think those are the ones I have. I'd have to double check. Basically, I went to people much smarter than me. I was like, hey, law people, what do I need so I don't freaking screw myself over? Oh, and then I have like $1 million coverage on each one of those as well. I think that's like the recommendation. So, yeah. I put in the work, guys, to make sure all of this is done well. I'm not just winging this stuff. You should study on Hack Smarter, Xristos. The setup for this pen test is a VPN connectivity, and then your standard Active Directory stuff. So, yeah, shall be fun once I get full access. But okay, guys, I'll chat a little bit on the chat on the side. Feel free to continue chatting. You can use that as your personal chat room as you work and study, as you hang out together. I'm going to turn the music on. I'm going to hit play. Oh, let me turn this down. I'm going to turn the music on. I'll start the timer, and let's go. All right, guys, I apologize that I'm interrupting your study and work time, but we just got a $20 super chat from Sync Logic, or GBP. Dude, thank you so much for your generosity. Get a good mouse. I got you, dude. This is a decent mouse, but seriously, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for being here. Gonna dive back into our work. And hey, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement on the Sliver course. That was a significant amount of work, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to dive back in. We'll continue working, but just wanted to jump on here to thank Sync Logic for that super chat. Let's keep knocking at our goals, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We are at a 5-minute break. So if you have been working with me, make sure you stand up, take 5 minutes. I'm still having weird mouse issues, but it's limited to my wireless mouse because when I use my laptop, everything works fine. So I don't know if there's some interference going on, but it's really getting on my nerves. So I may have to troubleshoot this. Oh, here, let me start the 5-minute break. My mouse just jumps around the screen. Drives me absolutely crazy. I don't know, Sami. Google it, bro. Or GPT it, or Gemini it, or freaking Claude it, or whatever you want to do. But what did everyone accomplish during those first 45 minutes? Hopefully you knocked out a bunch of your goals as we dive into our Tuesday. For me, I'm responding to messages, working on Hack Smarter labs, like getting a new lab put together for the QA team, and waiting for the client to get back to me so I can kick off this engagement. If you've never done pen testing before, I mean, if you have, you'll know the pain of this, but it's like, I swear, half of pen testing is just getting what you need from the client so you can actually do your job. Sometimes that's how it is. What up, Gav? Good to have you here, my friend. Guys, for those just tuning in, this is different than my traditional like live stream hacking alongside of me stuff. These are work with me or study with me streams. So what we do is we work for 45 minutes and then we take a 5-minute break and we rinse and repeat as we make our way through our workday. Now we have 3 minutes, guys. I am going to stand up. Are we going to be back tonight? I don't think so, dude. I have too much going on. I'll be working tonight, but I don't have time to live stream. So I don't think a live stream tonight, unfortunately. This, like, I mentioned this before, but as I do this solo thing, things will come in waves. So like when I am doing an actual pen test during the day, there won't be as much live streaming at night because my brain is always just fried after a day of pen testing. And the last thing I want to do is do like a CTF machine. And although I haven't kicked off the engagement yet, I'm freaking tired today. But yeah, so like the weeks where I'm not doing pen testing, which will be most weeks, I'm only going to be doing a handful of pen tests a year. Then I'll be doing live streaming at night all the time, doing live hacking. But the weeks where have a bunch, like I was gone most of last week at Wild West Hacking Fest, so I'm getting caught up from all that. I released my Sliver C2 course last week as well, so getting caught up on all that. And then I'm kicking off this engagement today. And I've learned my limits. I've learned when I can keep pushing and when I need to take a few nights off just to chill. I can't take the day off, but a few nights off instead of streaming just to relax and chill. And I've kind of learned my limits of when I can keep pushing forward and when I need to relax. And I'm at a spot where I need to take the evenings off and relax, not keep pushing through, not burn myself out in the process of building two things. Actually, fun story. Sliver course is still half off right now. Noob Saybot. Go to hacksmore.org if you want. Fun story, when I was trying to figure out, like, should I do this, I went to the almighty therapist of ChatGPT, and I was like, here's the cards. My biggest concern is whether or not I can pay my bills. Like, I have to be able to provide for my family. And GPT actually says something very wise. He or she or it, whatever gender you want to assign to GPT, said that you're likely not going to have any issues paying your bills. Like, you'll be able to basically grind it out and figure out ways to make money. The biggest danger you're going to face is burning yourself out, because, I'm essentially starting 2 businesses and live streaming at night much of the time and trying to build all these things. And he's just like, if you keep up at this pace and you're not aware of when to take a break, especially on the evening stuff, you will burn yourself out. And that's the biggest danger you face. Like, you won't fail because of lack of money. You'll fail because you emotionally and mentally burn yourself out. And that's wisdom right there. So had to be careful. Is it a good idea to mask a keyboard? I mean, you guys can watch me type. I don't really care. I'm not too concerned. You don't know what I'm on. Like, you don't know what I'm typing. If you want to stare at my keys, go ahead. Look, I can move it over so you can see it better. But I'm not too concerned. Unless someone can convince me in chat why I should mask my keyboard. But without seeing my screen or anything else. I also type really fast. Good luck. Good luck seeing what I'm typing. But okay, guys, 5-minute break's over. Let's dive back into work. Turn the music back on for you. Apologies for interrupting your study time, but want to give a huge shout out to Noob Saybot. If I'm saying that correct, he just purchased my Sliver C2 course. For those of you who aren't aware, it is 50% off right now for a very limited time. Comes with over 70 video lessons taught by me, 20 labs, a custom capstone challenge, verified certificate of completion, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So Noob Saybot, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. I really, really do appreciate it. Wanted to give you a quick shout out, but we'll dive back into the work now. All right, guys. I apologize. I don't know what is going on with my freaking computer right now, but my mouse continues to bug out. I thought when I turned off my Bluetooth headphones, it got better, but now it's bugging out again. I need to restart my computer because I can't work like this. It's driving me absolutely crazy. So, the stream will be back online in probably 8 to 10 minutes. It takes me a while to get OBS pulled up and get everything enabled in OBS properly. So, yeah, give me like 8 to 10 minutes and the stream will be back. I apologize for this, but I cannot work with this freaking mouse bugging out. Get a new one. See, I don't think it's the mouse itself. I don't think the mouse has any issues. There's something weird going on between my laptop and the mouse. So, guys, I'll be back 8 to 10 minutes. Come back here. You'll see me live streaming, but BRB.